In today's video, what we're going to talk about is some things that you can do at home to improve your receiving skills by yourself. If you like catching instruction, if you want to learn more about the catching position, subscribe to our channel today. One thing that a lot of catchers that I work with always ask me is, what can I do at home by myself? I don't have a machine. I don't have somebody to pitch to me. I don't have the things that a lot of us think about when it comes to getting better as a catcher. So I've come up with a couple different routines that we can do as catchers that will allow us to improve our receiving ability and also strengthen the correct muscles that we need to be a great receiver. So for our younger kids, you can just get a baseball, tennis ball, something that's not too heavy, and this is going to be more for you kind of just practicing your movements when it comes to receiving. So what you're going to do is you're going to start out, okay, and you're going to put the ball kind of right here outside of your finger and your thumb, all right? And what I want you to think about is that our shoulder to our finger is a chain, okay? And our elbow is a part of that chain. So when we get set up, I don't want to see us get too deep and break that chain where our shoulder and our hand can't move together, all right? So we're just going to start here. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to keep our chain connected, and we're just going to do 10 to 15, down to up, down to up. And what we're working on is feeling the inside part of our shoulder moving with our hand and our chain moving together. We want to stay away from our elbow bending as we go up, and our elbow pushing down and our hand getting extended. One thing that we want to make sure that we stay consistent with is the distance between our hand and our chest. We always, as a catcher, want to maintain that. The only time this distance changes is because we make a decision to make a movement. We don't want our natural movement for our chest or our hand to be working closer or away from each other. We want to simplify and keep that spacing between our chest and hand. So after you do about 15, 20 of those, then all I want you to do, again, keeping that chain, okay, and you can have some flexion in it, and that elbow can be out a little bit, but what we don't want is when I get here, I don't want to be moving in and underneath my chin. I always want to have that space so I can always see that catch. I can always see that ball. My eyes are behind the ball. So the next one we're going to do is just boxes. And we're just going to go down and over, down, up, and over. And I know some of you older catchers are going, well, what can I do? It's the same thing, except now you can get like a 5-pound kettlebell. You can get a 5-pound plyo ball, all right? And all you're going to do is just going to do the same thing. You're just going to do here, okay, those elevators. We're going to go around the world, okay? We're going to do our boxes, and you can switch directions the whole time, keeping this shoulder in a position that our whole chain is connected from our finger to our shoulder. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on balls to our arm side and balls to our glove side. So when our balls to our our arm side, what we're going to work on is we're going to work on going down and keeping our chain together, around, down, around, working to get outside the baseball and getting our hand back around it. Outside the baseball, working our hand back around it. And then what we're going to do is when we go to our glove side, we're going to do the same thing. Keep our shoulder, work around. Keep our shoulder, work around. And what this is doing, this is increasing shoulder stabilization, increasing a little bit of strength, but also has you practice how to react to balls that aren't right at you. So I'm here, round, here, getting outside the ball. And what I mean by outside the ball is we're outside the baseball in the sense of we're outside the strike zone so that our catching movement always brings it back to the zone so that we're always naturally working back to the strike zone, which should get us more calls. So remember, when we're doing this, another way that for your older guys and girls, you can use the kettlebell and you can do the same thing. At you, outside, glove side, arm side, glove side. And if you want to increase how hard it is, or you want to add a little bit to it, you can just have somebody say middle, arm side, glove side, and while you're doing that, now you can have somebody just kind of mixing it up, so you're working a little bit of reaction, so you're getting a feel for how your hand and your shoulder should be working together. I hope you like this video. If you do like this video, click the thumbs up.